A little red, yes. That color.
Ron, do you know what time we go tomorrow?
It's dark, but I think the collar's pretty light. That might do it.
And I got some gray eyebrows.
You don't mind if I do? Remember that red that you wore? You couldn't get off?
When we travel,
What was that?
sometimes we're on very long tours, and you don't get a chance to even pick up the paper. Sometimes you don't want to pick up the paper because the reviews in the paper. And I think we lose conception of time.
Hey, Ron, I'm going to need more razor blades.
I got some. Oh, you mean more for...
No, not for this. No. Yeah.
That's great.
I know, it looks like all one.
He just looks like he's dead from the head down.
There are a lot of times that we have days off on the road where I try to make some sort of plans to do something on the day off, and it's changed. Someone decided we're going to move to the next town, or we're going to take off that day, or just it's filled in with a gig.
Theatrical makeup. Really, you know damn well you can't talk.
What?
Boredom sets in, I think, about the second week in the tour, maybe a week and a half. You will be out there. The first couple shows, you're really working hard to get it tight and together. And once the machinery is oiled and working, then it's every night getting out there and doing the show and so forth and so on. And then you'll be stuck in some towns where there really isn't anything to do. And although people have gone out of their way to try and make it pleasant for us, sometimes there really isn't anything to do. And because of boredom, you start finding faults and problems in people and so forth.
And that's where the blow-ups.
And then you start picking, and you start getting. And plus, I mean, you've got three different, complete different lifestyles here.
Yeah.
My lifestyle is completely different.
Oh, give me.
In fact, lifestyle. When your lifestyle is changed, that's when the boredom really sets in. I live in a big city. I'm used to Los Angeles. I'm used to a lot of things to do. If I want to go out, to eat, to what have you, I can do it. When I'm not allowed to do those things.
When you don't have the choice.
Yeah, well, when I'm not allowed, then the road starts becoming a chore. But in the back of my head, I think of the show, and that's the reason we're out there, and try to make all those inconveniences insignificant for that 2 hours that we're on. But when my lifestyle is forced to change, it's a drag.
Yeah. Well, how about the boredom in terms of the show? Now, you talk about your lifestyle off stage. Does that show become a bore?
No, the show is not the bore. Show's not.
Does it ever become the bore?
It doesn't for me. Now, that's my personality. I love performing. My whole thing is I'm very, very relaxed. I feel very well. There's opposite reactions to nervousness. You can get hyper, and then you can get you're so nervous you start putting yourself to sleep. And there's a thing that happens to me where I'm very, very relaxed before the show, getting ready and so forth, and makeup and so forth, so I'm getting dressed. And then just before, it's like when they say, okay, band members out on stage, blah, 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 and you hear them tuning in, and all of a sudden it's like somebody switches on a switch for me. I can feel adrenaline pumping up my body, and I want to go right away. I don't want to wait around. I can't wait 10, 15 minutes. It makes me very nervous to hear the musicians tuning and tuning and tuning. I mean, I want to go, and I can feel the adrenaline just surging through my body. And then, as Chuck says, when it says, here they are, or whatever it is, Three Dog Night, and I hear the intro, it's just zoom. How did your light shine in the home of summer? Yeah, yeah, yeah. How did your light shine in the home of summer? Sing a song, you're doing good. Woo! It's basically your ass on the line out there on the stage. It's not the guy sitting way in the back in the booth or the light guy over here. It's you. You're on stage. You're what the 7,000 people are looking at, and you're the one that looks bad. The main thing is the audience should not be aware of problems that are happening. They're not there to see problems. They're there to have a good time. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm on to the shop.
whenever I know it's happening, whenever that energy is happening, when the communication goes down, well, I feel good. When I know it's not going well, I feel very bad. It's like being naked in front of, it's like being a matador. You go out there and you never know when you're going to get gored.
Celebrate, celebrate, dance to the music. Celebrate, celebrate, dance to the music. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. Never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. And they always had somebody power.
One night is tough because you're dealing with so many unknown factors and so many different people. But I think I can overcome all those, anything that happens, as long as I'm allowed to get to the audience and work, and the sound is good, and they can hear me.
Make sweet love to you, sing it now. Joy to the world, my mind. All the boys and girls, yeah, yeah. Joy to
One of the nice moments on this tour, getting away from a good performance, was in Pine Knob. They have a team called Pine Knob Rangers, and we were challenged, and so, we played them. But being entertainers as we are, we got uniforms and got into it. And if there were more moments like that, on time off, the road would be fantastic. Because the softball game was, I had a hell of a time.